Hello friends, welcome to follow up. Let's have a look at problem 2825. Make string a subsequence using cyclic increments. In this video, we're going to explain a solution based on two pointers. So this problem actually is very alike the problem of merging two sorted lists. So here we are given two zero-indexed strings, string 1 and string 2. So in one operation, we could select a set of indices in string 1, and for each index I in the set, so we can increment the corresponding character to the next character in one of the string. So for example, A becomes B and B becomes C, and then C comes again to A, right? So we want to return true if it's possible to make string 2 a subsequence of string 1 by performing the operation at most once, and false otherwise. So in the note, it explains what's a subsequence of a string. So here we have three examples. In the first two, the returns are true, and in the last one, the return is false. So here the constraints are the following. First, the two strings have length can be as long as 10 to the power 5. So 10 to the power 5 actually is a decent large number. So string 1 and string 2 consist of only lowercase English letters. So actually this is an important one because we just have 26 lowercase letters. So with that said, basically we can write the code. So here, if you are not very familiar with this kind of problem, you can look at the hint. So this hint actually is very suggestive for this problem. So we can consider the indices and we will increment separately, right? So the one of the pointer is pointing string 1 and the other is pointing string 2. So then if we can match the character in string 1 and string 2 in the sense of this problem, so either the two characters are the same, or we can increase the character in string 1 to make it the same as the one in string 2. So we increment both pointers, and then otherwise we just increase the pointer in string 1, right? And then if we can match all the characters in string 2, and then we can make string 2 a substring of string 1. So that's the main point of this hint. So with that said, let's look at coding. So here, let's see, the strategy. Strategy is two pointers, right? Two pointer trick. So here, this problem is similar to merge two sorted list. Then if you didn't practice this kind of problem, you can do some practice or do some search. So now let's look at the coding. So here the main point is how to check the match, right? So either we can use dictionary or we can use ordinality number, right? So here first let's write m and n to be the length of string 1 and the length of string 2. And then let's initialize two pointers. First, pointing at the very beginning. So we can think of I is the pointer for string 1 and G the pointer for string 2. And then basically we run a while loop. Well, I less than m and G less than m, right? So here the main thing is to check if we can match string 1 I and string 2 G, right? So the condition actually is very easy to check. Either is string 1 I equals string 2 G. So this is one condition. Or if we increase the character in string 1, and then it will match the one in string 2. So the condition is this. So ordinality number of string 1 I. So we increment this number by 1, right? So if this equals the number for string 2 and G, so this is the one possibility. Or like you increase Z to be A, right? Then we need to check or pay some attention to the indices or ordinal number. So here we can do this. Ordinal number of string 1I. So if we increase 1, and then we minus 26, right? Because this we want to return to the back. And this equals the ordinal number of string 2 in G, right? If this condition holds, then we know that we can match the two characters in string 1 and string 2 respectively. So we are going to increment the I by 1 and J by 1 simultaneously. Otherwise, so we want to try next character in string 1. So that is I incremented by 1. So what we want to return is that, so we want to return if we can reach the end of the second string, that is G. Check this condition if G equals M. So with that said, that's actually the full solution code for this problem. So before we make any comments, let's do a test. Yeah, it passes the first example, I guess. So now let's look at the generic case. Yeah, it passes all the generic cases. So here, before we end this video, so some comments. So here we are checking the ordinal number. So if you like, you can use a dictionary to index all the characters, and then you do the match. Or you can write a separate function as a match condition. But for this problem, the logic is very simple. We write a relatively longer condition like this. So with that said, that's about it for this video. Thank you.